What happens when you're completely alone in the wilderness? No tools, no backup, just you. Could you survive the next 24 hours with nothing but instinct and determination? From building shelter with your bare hands to finding food, water, and fire? This is survival stripped to its core. Let's find out if you could make it. What does it really take to survive 24 hours in the wild with absolutely nothing? Imagine being dropped in the middle of the wilderness with no backpack, no phone, no knife, not even a bottle of water. Most people would panic. But survival starts not with tools, but with the right mindset and a clear understanding of your environment. The first 24 hours are critical. Every decision you make can either increase your odds of getting through or spiral into dangerous territory. You must assess, adapt, and take action, quickly and efficiently. This isn't just about testing your physical strength. It's about pushing your limits, outsmarting nature, and relying on ancient instincts most of us have long forgotten. Are you ready to discover how to survive completely alone? We'll break down the essential steps to making it out alive. What's your first move when you realize you're stranded alone in the wilderness? Survival doesn't begin with action. It begins with calm. The very first step is to stop and take control of your mental state. Panic causes people to make fatal errors, running aimlessly, injuring themselves, or getting more lost. Your first move is to breathe, assess, and prioritize. Look around and observe. How much daylight do you have? What's the terrain? Are there water sources, safe shelter spots, or signs of dangerous wildlife nearby? Use the STOP method. Stop, think, observe, plan. It focuses your mind and sets the tone for every decision ahead. Prioritize your needs: shelter, water, warmth, and later food. Your timeline begins ticking the moment you realize you're on your own. Use these early minutes wisely. They often determine your outcome. Mentally framing your situation as a challenge, not a threat, can put you into a problem-solving mode rather than a fear spiral. This mindset will carry you further than anything else in the wild. Where will you rest safely without a tent, tarp, or sleeping bag? Shelter is your first physical priority. Exposure to cold, rain, or wind can bring on hypothermia quickly, even in moderate temperatures. Finding or building shelter before nightfall is essential to survival. Start by scouting for natural formations: caves, fallen trees, thickets, or rock overhangs. These offer immediate protection, but always check for signs of animals before settling in. If no natural shelter exists, build a debris shelter. Stack branches in a lean-to shape, cover with dry leaves or bark, and insulate the floor with thick vegetation. Use natural windbreaks like logs or hills to your advantage. Keep the shelter small and close to the ground to trap body heat. A well-built shelter doesn't just keep you warm, it gives you mental security and a safe base to operate from. Where do you find safe water and energy to keep going when you have no supplies? Without water, you're on a strict timeline, 3 days max, even less in heat or with high exertion. The best water comes from flowing sources like rivers and streams. If you find one, follow it upstream and drink from fast-moving clear sections. If flowing water isn't available, look for rainwater catchment from leaves or rock depressions. You can also dig a seep hole near muddy water and let it filter naturally. If the sun is out, a solar still is another option, although it's time-consuming. Food is secondary but valuable. Avoid unfamiliar plants or mushrooms. Insects like grasshoppers or ants are safer and nutrient-dense. Remove wings and legs and, if possible, cook them. Avoid burning energy on food unless you've already secured water and shelter. If you must forage, stick to high-probability, low-risk options like nuts, fish, or grubs. Hunger won't kill you in 24 hours, but poor decisions just might. How can you stay warm, cook, or signal for help without matches or a lighter? Fire provides heat, light, safety, and hope. It also allows you to boil water, cook food, and send rescue signals. Without modern tools, starting one becomes a test of patience and skill. The bow drill is one of the most reliable friction methods, using a curved stick, string, like shoelaces, a spindle, and a flat board. Spinning the spindle against the board creates an ember you can then transfer to dry tinder. If you have quartz or similar stones, you may be able to strike sparks off metal. In sunny weather, a water-filled clear bag or reflective surface can help focus sunlight onto dry tinder. Good tinder is essential. Use dry bark, grasses, cotton-like plant material, or even dry moss. Start small and build upward with kindling. A small flame can grow into a life-saving fire if protected from wind and rain. What do you do when the sun sets and nature comes alive? Nighttime in the wild is intimidating, and for good reason. Predators, cold, and mental fatigue can create chaos. But preparation can eliminate most threats. Keep your camp clean and food scraps far from your sleeping area. If you eat, hang any leftovers in a tree or bury them. This reduces the risk of drawing scavengers or larger animals. If you hear an animal nearby, stay calm. Loud noise or fire usually scares them off. Never run, you'll only look more like prey. Show confidence and back away slowly. Rest is difficult, but necessary. Sleep in short shifts if you're unsure about safety. If you've built a good shelter and you have fire, trust your setup and conserve your energy. Dawn always comes if you hold on through the night. Can you handle rain, cold, or heat with no gear? Weather in the wilderness is unpredictable. Clear skies can turn into downpours in minutes. Without preparation, even mild cold can lead to hypothermia, especially if you're wet. In rainy conditions, use bark, large leaves, or plastic debris, if found, to waterproof your shelter. Reinforce your roof and dig trenches around it to redirect water. Stay dry at all costs. In extreme heat, seek shade, slow your pace, and drink frequently. Sweat is your body's warning system. Dehydration can set in quickly and become life-threatening. Cold weather requires insulation. Stack leaves, moss, or pine needles inside your shelter and under your body. Use fire or stones heated by fire to warm yourself carefully. Surviving bad weather is about anticipating it and adapting fast. How do you make sure someone can find you? Your chances of rescue go up significantly if you can attract attention. That's where signaling comes in. Visual, auditory, and environmental cues that say, "I'm here." Create large symbols like SOS or X using rocks or logs in open areas. From above, this can be seen from aircraft or drones. If you have fire, smoke is your best friend. Add green vegetation to the flame to create thick white smoke during the day. At night, 3 fire sources in a triangle is an international distress signal. Sound signals work too. Bang rocks together or whistle in groups of 3. Repeat at intervals, especially when planes or people may be nearby. The goal: stay visible, stay findable. How do you survive when your biggest enemy is your own mind? Mental breakdown, not injury, cold, or hunger, is often the cause of failure in survival scenarios. Fear magnifies isolation, and hopelessness kills initiative. To combat this, set small goals and celebrate tiny wins. Making a fire, drinking clean water, or surviving the night are all major achievements in survival. Talk to yourself. It may sound odd, but keeping the mind engaged, alert, and positive helps battle depression and despair. Mental stimulation is as important as fire and food. Never tell yourself it's over. Survival stories are built on the determination of people who refuse to quit, no matter how hopeless it seemed. Your mindset is the only thing you carry with you from the start. Make sure it's strong. What does it really mean to survive 24 hours alone in the wilderness? It means stripping life down to its essentials: warmth, water, shelter, and willpower. It means discovering that survival isn't about heroics. It's about calm thinking, adaptability, and quiet determination. It means becoming hyper-aware of your environment, using every resource wisely, and realizing how little you truly need when everything else is stripped away. You don't need to be a Navy SEAL or Bear Grylls to survive. You just need to be focused, informed, and resilient. And even one day alone in the wild can change how you view the world forever. So ask yourself this: if all your comforts disappeared tomorrow, would you be ready? What survival tactic would you master first? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell for more wilderness challenges and real-world survival strategies. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.